My fiancée locked lips with another man at our engagement party, then said, "It's just how I greet old friends." I replied, "Fine." Then I kissed her sister farewell in the same way. The wedding was cancelled before I reached my car. I, a 29-year-old man, should have sensed trouble when Lauren, 27, insisted on inviting her college friend Marcus to our engagement party. We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 6 months, and she'd never mentioned him before. The party was at her parents' golf club with 120 guests, an open bar, and all the trimmings. Her mom, Susan, spared no expense, even hiring a photographer to capture moments for our wedding album. About 2 hours in, I was chatting with my cousin when a squeal cut across the room. Lauren was practically racing toward a tall guy in a charcoal suit. What happened next is seared into my memory forever. She leapt into his arms, he twirled her, and they kissed. Not a quick peck or a friendly cheek kiss, but a full-on, passionate, his hand in her hair, her feet off the ground kiss. The room fell silent. Even the bartender froze mid-pour. I stood there, gripping my bourbon, waiting for her to realize what she'd done. She finally pulled away, laughing, then noticed the stares. Her eyes met mine. She giggled. "Oh my gosh, babe, this is Marcus from college." "Don't look so serious," I walked over, as composed as I could manage. "You just kissed another man at our engagement party." She rolled her eyes. "It's just how I greet old friends. We were super tight in college. Don't be so jealous." Marcus looked uneasy. Congrats on the engagement, man." I looked at Lauren. "That's how you say hi to old friends?" "When we were really close, yeah. God, don't make it awkward." "Fine." I turned to her sister Emily, standing nearby, jaw dropped. I took Emily's face in my hands and kissed her exactly like Lauren kissed Marcus, full passion, hand in hair, the whole performance. When I pulled back, Emily was stunned. The room was even quieter than before. "What the hell?" Lauren screamed. "Just saying goodbye to an old friend." "Emily and I got pretty close planning your surprise birthday last year. Don't make it awkward." I set my glass on a table. "By the way, the wedding's off." Then I walked out. I was 3 steps into the parking lot when the chaos erupted. Lauren stormed out, yelling that I'd humiliated her, ruined everything. "How dare you kiss my sister? You kissed another man at our engagement party. That's different." "How?" Her face paled. "Marcus and I have history." There it was, the truth she didn't mean to spill. "What kind of history?" "We dated, briefly, years ago." "How briefly?" "Just sophomore to senior year." "That's 3 years, Lauren." "It didn't mean anything." "Then why was he at our engagement party?" She started crying. "I wanted him to see I'd moved on, that I was better off without him." I got in my car and drove off. Update 1. The messages started within an hour. From Lauren, 47 texts, from "Let me explain" to "You're overreacting" to "You kissed my sister." From Susan, her mom, "This is a misunderstanding." Lauren's heartbroken. "The wedding's in 3 months." From her dad, James, "Be a man and fix this." From Emily, "Holy crap, I'm sorry. For what it's worth, you kiss better than my ex." That one made me chuckle. But things got wild. Lauren showed up at my apartment the next morning with Marcus. They stood at my door like this was normal. "We need to talk," she said. "Why's he here?" "To prove nothing's going on." Marcus looked like he wanted to vanish. "Dude, I didn't know she was engaged when she contacted me." "Contacted you?" Lauren's face flushed. "I just wanted to catch up before the wedding." "You've been talking to your ex behind my back?" "Just for a few months." "Months?" Marcus shifted. "She said you two were on a break." I stared at Lauren. "We've never been on a break." "I meant emotionally. You've been so distant with wedding planning. I've been working overtime to pay for the wedding." She tried to push past me into the apartment. "Can we talk inside?" "The neighbors?" "No, we're done." Get your stuff this weekend. You can't end a 4-year relationship over a kiss. You're right. I'm ending it over months of lying, inviting him behind my back, and telling him we were on a break. I love you. You brought your ex to our engagement party. Marcus spoke up. Look, man, I didn't mean... Marcus, with all due respect, shut up and leave my property. They left, but not before Lauren screamed, I'd regret this. Spoiler, I didn't. Update 2. Remember Susan's photographer? He captured everything. The kiss, my response, Lauren chasing me to the parking lot. Susan tried to have the photos deleted, but the photographer had already sent me the digitals since I'd paid half his fee. I posted the kiss photo online with the caption, "That moment when your fiancée shows how she greets old friends at your engagement party." Wedding's off, but at least we got iconic pics. The comments were epic. Is that not you she's kissing? Wait, is this why the wedding site's down? Team OP's vibe. Lauren lost it, calling me in tears, saying I was trying to shame her. You shamed yourself. I just shared the evidence. Then her entitlement exploded. She sent her mom and 3 bridesmaids to my place to collect her things, including the 65-inch TV I bought before we met, my Xbox because she used it too, the coffee maker, my birthday gift to myself, half the furniture, all mine, and my cat, Whiskers. Despite her cat allergies, I refused them entry. They stood outside for 2 hours, Susan live streaming on social media about how I was abusing her daughter by not letting them take my stuff. The building manager called the police, who saw the stream and told them to leave or face harassment charges. But then Lauren went unhinged. She called my mom. Update 3. My mom called me, cackling. Did Lauren really try to convince me you're having a mental breakdown and need an intervention? Lauren had told her I was acting unstable and needed family to push me into therapy to save our relationship. My mom's reply, Sweetie, the only therapy he needs is distance from you. But Lauren wasn't done. She went full meltdown mode, sending a mass email to all our wedding guests, claiming the wedding was postponed due to my emotional instability and that she was supporting me through this tough time. Problem? I was CC'd. I replied actually, the wedding's cancelled because Lauren kissed her ex at our engagement party. Attached is the photo for clarity. Direct refund requests for gifts to Lauren. This was her choice. BS. I'm mentally fine, just single. Responses poured in. My aunt. Get her nephew. Lauren's cousin. Girl, we TEF? Her own grandma. I want my money back. Then Marcus's girlfriend, Sophia, contacted me. Yes, he had a girlfriend of 2 years who didn't know he'd been talking to his ex. She saw my post and recognized Marcus. Our call was revealing. Marcus told her he was at a work event that night. Lauren had been texting him for 5 months. They'd met for lunch 12 times. He'd deleted their messages. Sophia and I compared notes. The texts she found were incriminating. Lauren saying she wasn't sure about the wedding. Marcus saying he missed her, both planning the party meetup to test the spark. I forwarded it all to Lauren with one message. Still think I'm overreacting? Her response? She showed up at my workplace. Update 4. Security escorted Lauren out of my office building. She'd told the receptionist she was my fiancée, technically true, and had an emergency. The emergency was her yelling in the lobby that I'd ruined her life by exposing her private business and that Marcus dumped her because of me. My boss saw it all from his office, later saying, Now I get why you needed those days off. But entitled people always escalate. Susan called, asking if I'd reimburse them for the engagement party since I'd sabotaged it. The party they insisted on hosting, invited Marcus to, and I'd paid $3,000 toward. Susan, your daughter kissed another man at the party. If anyone's owed money, it's me. She made a mistake. You're calling me petty? Your daughter's telling people I'm unstable. Will you kiss Emily? After Lauren kissed Marcus? That's different. How? She hung up. Then James, her dad, called with a new tactic, the businessman's pitch. He offered to fund couples therapy, buy us a house as a wedding gift, set up a trust for future kids, all if I took Lauren back. James, she's been emotionally cheating for 5 months. People mess up. She brought him to our engagement party. She wanted closure. She got it. We're done. The kicker? Emily texted that night. Dad offered me $10,000 to convince you to take Lauren back. I said make it $20,000 and I'll consider it, then said JK. She made her mess. FYI, Marcus is sliding into her DMs begging for another shot. She's thinking about it. Just for laughs, I genuinely liked Emily. She was the only rational one in that family. Update 5. The wedding was set for next week. Instead, I'm in Utah, on a solo trip funded by the wedding savings. Before I left, Lauren pulled one last stunt. A formal letter from a lawyer demanding the engagement ring I bought, emotional damages for my social media post, half-hour shared assets, we lived in my apartment, and compensation for defamation. My lawyer's response was perfect. The ring was a conditional gift tied to marriage, the photo was taken at a public event, we had no shared assets. Truth is a defense against defamation. He countersued for my $3,000 party contribution and $8,500 in lost wedding deposits. Suddenly, Lauren wanted to settle amicably. But the best part was 3 days ago. Marcus and Sophia are trying to work it out. He proposed to her to prove his commitment, with a ring eerily similar to Lauren's. Lauren saw it on Instagram and went ballistic, posting a rant about betrayal, fake friends, and how some can't handle her happiness. The irony flew over her head. Emily sent me the screenshot with laughing emojis. She really doesn't get it, does she? Then added, BTW, unusing that kiss for leverage. Nom wants me to get you back? Cool. Pay my student loans. Dad thinks I should talk sense into you? Sounds like a new car deal. Thanks for the ammo. At least someone gained from this chaos. Final update. It's been 2 months. The wedding day passed and I spent it climbing a canyon, which felt fittingly symbolic. Lauren tried one last desperate move, showing up at my apartment at midnight, drunk, with a speaker blaring our song. My neighbor called the cops before I could even look out. She was arrested for public intoxication and disturbing the peace. Susan called the next morning, screaming that I'd had her daughter arrested. I didn't call the cops, Susan. You could have gone to the station. At midnight? To deal with my drunk ex? No thanks, she loves you. She loved Marcus too, apparently. That's over. So are we. The fallout. Lauren's now dating a guy she met at a cocktail lounge. 3 weeks in, she's posting about her true love. Marcus and Sophia split for good after she found him texting Lauren again, post-proposal. Susan sends me passive-aggressive Instagram messages about real men fighting for love. James offered me a job at his firm, weird move, but okay. Emily got her loans paid and a new car, sending me a selfie with it captioned, "Thanks for the kiss. I'm doing great. Joined a hiking club, started therapy, for healthy reasons, not Lauren's invented breakdown, and began dating Sarah from my book club." She thinks this saga is absurdly cinematic and made me swear to never invite exes to major life events. Easy promise. Oh, and Whiskers the cat? Still mine, still allergic to drama. Looking back, the red flags were glaring. Lauren saying her ex was obsessed, yet keeping him on all her socials, getting mad when I wasn't jealous enough about guys flirting with her, admitting she invited Marcus to prove a point. Lauren, if you're reading this, Emily says you are, here's advice. When you kiss another man at your engagement party, you don't get to play victim, demand apologies, or send your mom to fight your battles. You live with your choices. Cool? Cool. Edit. Yes, Emily and I are friends now. No, we're not dating. She's engaged to her girlfriend of 3 years. That kiss was extra awkward for her. She just loved the chaos and leverage. Edit 2. Marcus texted last week suggesting a beer to move past this. I sent him the photo of him kissing my ex-fiancée, no reply. Edit 3. Lauren's new boyfriend DM'd me, asking if she really kissed someone at our engagement party. I sent the photo. He thanked me. They're still together. Good luck, man.